Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fee Experiment. So today's experiment is something that, of course, you can look on Google and you can look on YouTube and find tons of other people doing it, but Fee is going to do this for you. So I want to do an experiment on what? Jewelry. How to clean tarnished gold, fake gold, not your real gold. We all know you can go get some jewelry cleaner and just clean your real gold. But how do you clean that tarnished gold or silver that you have, that you've worn maybe once or twice and it just got like this ugly brown tarnished look? Well, I do know of a couple of ways, and one way in particular I'm going to do, and then I just stumbled across something in my home that I just discovered last week that I had, but I was reading a bottle and it says you can use it it removes tarnish. The barkeeper's friend. Yes, so we're going to see if it works on jewelry. I wouldn't even look up on Google. I wouldn't even look on YouTube just to see if somebody else did it, because I want to do it and do this experiment for myself and for you guys that happen to watch me. So what I have here is some earrings that I literally have never worn, but they just oxidized just by sitting out. And I've recently learned how to stop that from happening, or how to preserve when your earrings and your fake gold is just out. I wear a lot of costume jewelry. I have my real pieces, but you know, a lot of times I like to wear something cute and dainty that's just inexpensive, fake, cheap. So aside of polishing it with clear fingernail polish, sometimes you just don't have time to do all of that, and then you wear your fake jewelry and it gets tarnished. But these, how about these babies? If that ain't tarnished, I don't know what is. Look at that. Just from sitting around for a year. I haven't even worn them. And I have these pair of earrings I only wore a couple of times. They're not so bad. But gosh, in this lighting, they almost look like they're fine, but they're not. They're like brown and tarnished. They don't even look that tarnished on a camera, but they are. And this is my little silver ring. And it's just a little dull, and I can't even remember if that black that's in there, if that's dirt or if that was like that as a design. I don't even remember, but I love this ring when I have my nails done or whatever. But let's get into it. So let's get into this experiment. I'm going to bring you down a bit so you can see where I'm working at, my working space here, okay? Here we go. Okay, now, so I'm going to take these off of here, backs out of there, and so here I have 2, 4, 6 earrings, right? We're going to start with that. So I'm going to put three of them over here and 3 of them over here, and one of these here and one of these here, and we'll just do this last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to put this on a plate, because I'm going to put ketchup all on this and barkeeper's friend on this and use this to wipe it clean. All right, so I'll use this plate so that way we can see it. Okay. So let's take this ketchup. And yes, for those that have never heard this, but by now you probably have, but ketchup is good with removing tarnish. So I'm going to just squirt some ketchup all on there, all on this jewelry here. And I'm going to put barkeeper's friend. Oops. Oh, Lord. It's really runny. Okay, I'm going to put some of that, and then I'm just going to slide this all in there and get this all on there. Get it nice and saturated. And I'm going to let it sit for a minute. Let me make sure I get all the ketchup all over the jewelry. Okay. Okay. So I'm making sure that all of this barkeeper's friend is really all on here. I'm going to let it sit for a minute and then come back and wipe it off. I really got to get the ketchup all over this, because I did the ketchup on my other earrings the other day, and it worked amazing. Really amazing. Remove it off the jewelry. And if it damages it, you know, who cares? probably that whole set of earrings probably cost me no more than a couple of dollars. I don't know what I did with all the bags. Oh, there they are. All the bags. All right, so it's gonna let this count down and we'll be back. Okay, and I am back. So I've let it sit since 7:32. It is now 7:39. So that's what, 7 minutes? I'm calculating in my mind. So what I'm going to do is let me get a little cup here. I'll get 2 cups. Oh yeah, my husband has something that he wants me to experiment on too. So this bracelet here, which is a really nice bracelet, but it's tarnished, and he doesn't think that this could be saved, and I really believe it can. So we're going to do that next. But so I'm going to take these little pieces here, drop them in the water so I can rinse them off, and these ones over here so I can rinse this off. Move that to the side. Ugh. Still has some ketchup in that, and some ketchup on that one. I see a difference already, to be honest. And I think I'm going to use a towel here to wipe them clean. Not too bad. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really, really gold right now. It's like the tarnish, it was brown, guys. And you couldn't really tell, I don't think, on my camera initially. But I know what it looked like. It was really brown. That one probably can use a little more, but it's better than what it was. It was like beyond the rose gold brown look. Not too bad. Okay, now this earring. Wow, this really came. Look at that. Can you see how gold that is now? Wow. Okay, so that's that one. Now here's the barkeeper's friend. I don't know. They both look great. Not too shabby. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can really tell. See how gold that look is shining? It's beaming. They look new again. I'm amazed. I'm going to paint them with clear fingernail polish, and I'm going to make a point to wear them. Now this one, yeah, it's okay. It's not as beaming as these ones, but it's not brown like it was. And there's that one. Wow. Now for the hoop. Okay, wow. So there you have it. That is back brand spanking new gold. Like new gold. So you do not have to throw your tarnished jewelry away. Now, I know for a fact painting it with clear fingernail polish, and I saw a young lady on YouTube, what she did. Now, this could be just a little more. And let me do this one. She would spray it with clear spray paint instead of using clear fingernail polish. She said that works better for her. Had never thought of that. I might have to try that. Spray all my jewelry with that. I am really impressed. Well, I'm not impressed with the ketchup because I've seen that before. But I'm impressed with the Barkeeper's Friend. And it looks like between the two, this is the Barkeeper's Friend, this is the ketchup. The Barkeeper's Friend did a better job. So I'm going to put this in the Barkeeper's Friend. Let it sit for a minute. And then come back to that one. This and this. So I think both of them really worked well. Really worked well. So you can't go wrong. If you don't have Barkeeper's Friend, get you some some ketchup. Everyone usually have ketchup around the house. But I will say this. The Barkeeper's Friend, you don't know that you need it until you actually have it and use it and see what it does for everything in your home. So I'm going to use the Barkeeper's Friend on this, on one side, and I use the ketchup on the other side just to see. Here's the ketchup. Oops. And here we have the Barkeeper's Friend. So I'm just going to work it in. Flip it over. Get those clasps. Get it worked into that. So, there you have it. Half and half. Voila. 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 Yes, my earrings are back. I got a dozen pair of these, but that'll work. That's pretty cool. So I have these, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to put the backs back on them. Yep, there you have it, guys. Now let's see what this this bracelet is pretty tarnished. Look how wonderful they look. Isn't that nice? Look at that. They were brown, stained to high heaven, tarnished to the tarnished gods. They've been redeemed. Okay, let's check out this bracelet. Rub it in some more. May not be hope for this one. I don't know. It's just it really is tarnished. Jeez. May need to let this sit for a little bit longer. Let me see something here. Because it looks like it's turning pink on the back now. Oh, Lord. You're going to say, you done messed it up all the way now. Look how dirty it is, though. I know he doesn't wear it anymore. It's just been sitting around. That is something. Something rubbed off on it. Let's drop this in there. Oh, I made the water pretty hot. I don't know what type of coating they had on the back of this, but it's pink now. I tell you what, the tarnish came off of there. The clasp. Look how, wow. Okay. Nobody's going to be looking at the underside of this thing anyway. I think this, let me get it all cleaned up and shined up for you guys to see. But look at the front. The tarnish is like gone off the front. I don't know what's going on with that back. But look at that. Like, who's going to be looking at the backside anyway, to be honest? Wow. Well, let's look at it up close. See, this was all tarnished, like brown. All of that around there was brown. Especially this. Look at how gold it is now. Bring it into focus. So that came. So I don't know. Wouldn't you wear it? Because who's going to be looking at the backside? Like, that's just weird though. But who's going to be looking at that? But there you go. And there we have that. All right, guys. This is the fee experiment. And I'm out of here. See you in the next video. I ended up doing more than the earrings. Hubby got excited and gave me more watches. And I don't know if you can tell, but these were all tarnished. And of course, this is like a really yellow gold. And here's that ring. And remember how black it was in there? A lot of it came out. It's much better. But yeah, these watches and this bracelet, man, like much better. Much better. All right. So that's it. Barkeeper's friend and ketchup both will do the job.